Hi guys, this is the Bulls Crypto Signals. You can find my charting on TradingView under Adam Pragnell. So today I just want to cover long-term ARN, short-term ARN, and my latest signal. Okay, so looking at the chart, as you can see, I've been charting this for a long time and watching it for a long time, and it was clear to see that ARN was in a nice little channel. Um, some would argue that this is still a channel. Um, which it is. But we can see we're getting a nice rounding of the bottom here before we continue higher. So I actually called on around here, um, and it managed to go to 15x after being at 14.3, 4.3, sorry. I just want to explain that if you'd been an ARN since the 6,500 drop from Bitcoin, you wouldn't have actually lost any dollar valuation in ARN, and actually what you would have done is you would have accumulated Satoshi. And that is why it's been a very good coin through this whole dump of BTC. And why is this? Well, this is because of circulating supply. This coin only has about, I think it's 15 million circulating supply. And a lot of people will say to you, well, circulating supply's got nothing to do with it. Oh, no, 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 no. Well, that's not true, because actually circulating supply means you need a lot less capital for the price to move up. And that is why circulating supply is valid and is a valid point for price movement. And that's why you'll see coins like Tron having a lot harder time to move, and they only really move when they're getting really good news. While coins like these, you see them pump all the time because one investor invests and it fucking skyrockets. Anyway, I divulge. Right, so what we can see here is, we are starting to level off. And the reason I could have been very sure on this trade is because ARN really never stays low for too long. It's a very good coin to trade in, and uh, if I look at it one day when it's low, I can guarantee you the next day it would have pumped up. So never feel frightened with ARN. You'll never really lose big gains. The only time you lose big gains is when ARN makes big moves. So all the time when you're seeing little moves of ARN, you're never really going to make losses here. But anyway, um, this was my prediction of target, and this was what we got. So yeah, it actually went up to the fib line higher, one higher than what I predicted, but it was no safe trade. We did dip out beforehand, um, but that was kind of to be suspected because this is probably a fake out. It was always going to go higher. So where do I see ARN in the future? Well, we are still in this channel. Do I see it going back down to these prices? No, I don't. I really don't. Um, I think back here, people weren't really aware of ARM, but I don't want to take claim for this, but a lot of my members are fully aware who caused this pump. And this was a 3x pump. And I shilled ARM for 7 days straight on every platform you can think of. If there was a YouTube video, there was a comment on it about ARM. And I do believe I did cause that coin to pump. Anyway, uh, we've never returned back to those prices. This is purely just because more people are aware of it, and we do have a lot more investors than we did back here. Um, where do I see price value in the future? In the next bull run, I can actually see ARN over $100 in coins, and that's very minimum, just because of its small circulating supply. Also, it's a very good project, and the roadmap. Just one suggestion on the roadmap. It does say at the end of its roadmap, we'll be looking for partnerships with Google, Uber, and SpaceX. They may not get them, but this is why the project's good. It's because uh, this project is based around air miles, and we know this already happens with Visa and Mastercard. Okay, But this is from the customer's point of view that they can collect their air miles. Uh, but from a company point of view, aren't actually it tracks pilots if they've worked too long a shift. You know, it tells the company that they're due a break. It will keep maintenance records of the planes on the blockchain from country to country. So there can't be any fuck up, if you like, that a wheel's been changed and it's been changed again somewhere else. They'll be able to tell from the blockchain what maintenance had in the airport previous, has it been refueled. All that information will be on the blockchain. Um, and this is probably one of the only coins on Binance that I actually see has a good use case. I mean, a lot of the other coins on Binance won't exist next year. Maybe not even towards the end of 2019 because they're not needed. I mean, um, you've what I'm trying to say is you've got a soap dispenser in your kitchen and you manually press it down and it does the job. It does the job fine. But someone goes and reinvents an automatic soap dispenser. What the fuck do we need that for? All you're trying to do is you're trying to over engineer something that doesn't need to be over engineered. And this is what a lot of these coins on Binance are doing. And they won't last because they do not have an original idea. They're just creating it on top of someone else's idea. Anyway, so this is I want you guys to, even if you don't invest in it, keep a watch of it because I can see in the next few months, we're going to be off this screen short term. So keep an eye on ARM. I really do believe in the project. I've been right about it on several occasions. Um, I, I haven't really got back into ARM since this price range because it's very hard when you invest in something to get back into it when you saw it at those prices. So I am hoping that it does drop back so I can buy into it. Anyway, guys, this is Arn. This is the Bulls Crypto Signals. This probably won't get loaded on YouTube. This is just for my VIP members. I do really like this coin, and I really hope you guys look into it. Thanks, guys.